We were just saying it feels like a little bit like a middle school dance.
It's a weekday, right?
Love yourself.
Comedy.
Get to know your body.
Yeah. Dance like everyone's watching. Yeah. Oh, num num num.
John and I have no sexual chemistry.
No. With anybody. Do we have anyone visiting from out of town right now?
Whoa.
Look at me, you car. What's your name and where are you from?
I'm Emily.
Emily.
Coming from Seattle.
Fantastic. So we like a little bit of participation. So has anyone here not seen improv before?
Yeah.
All right. Veterans. I can skip the intro. So for our first game is I'm going to be mean to them and give them a clap. I need Chris, Garrett, Joanna, and Jacob hang out. Everybody else.
Bye.
So for the clap, we're going to do two scenes simultaneously. We'll go back and forth when I clap my hands. That's why we call it the clap. There is a twist. The new scene has to begin with the last line from the scene that ends. Okay, so to get started, I need a little bit of inspiration from you guys. I need a mundane activity like washing dishes or
Making copies.
making copies. Okay, let's go a complete other direction. For the next inspiration, I need a perilous quest like Holy Grail.
Quest for the princess's heart.
Quest for the princess's heart. Okay, can I get started with a round of applause?
My review's coming up in a couple weeks.
Louder.
You are going to get fired.
You got some insider knowledge you gotta share with me?
No, you drink at work all the time. No, you're going to get fired.
Jake, I need you on my side on this one, alright?
Brian, I'm on your side. I'm telling you, you need to stop.
What?
I just said, I was in the middle of the sentence. You need to stop drinking and you drink.
I hide it with the toner.
I just hide it with the toner. I mix it right in with the tea.
Okay, flying ghost. I need a tea to get me to level 2.
Level 2 tea. That's higher up. I need to grow a little bit.
Ah, this is level 2 tea.
Yes, yes.
Woo!
Yes.
I feel like suddenly I'm smaller and can move much faster.
I feel like suddenly I'm much smaller, I can move faster. Hey, I think I drank the toner.
You're all right. Okay, just shake it out, man. Shake all that and start to sweat as much as you can. Oh, good. This worked.
I need a toner, man. Did you just pull that out of the fax machine?
Keep on holding the fax machine.
Oh!
Where I keep my weed at work.
It's where I keep my weed at work, flying wizard.
You got weed at work? Where do you work?
I work at the plumbing company.
I need to be a plumber instead of a wizard.
You need to be a plumber instead of a wizard.
We were connected, so I just wanted to feel this.
We were connecting, so I just wanted to feel your last day at work. I shared my work with you. You're just tilting a little bit. You're
Just hit me that I'm gonna be out of a job.
Yeah, tilt this way now. Just stay, not balance. Good, man, good. This is just like what finding a job is like.
Did you hide coffee in the Keurig?
Oh, did you hide coffee in the Keurig?
Yes, and other things.
Flying wizard. You are the greatest of wizards. Have you hidden the princess within the Keurig?
That information is not for free.
That information is not for free. But give me some money, I'll tell you if Home Depot's hiring.
I've got another game. This is Space Princess Nathan. Space Princess Nathan will be wooed by Prince Garrett and Prince Chris. They're already here. So for this game, I need audience volunteers. I need 2.
Oh.
Who's going to come up here?
Yeah, I saw some hands.
Oh, we got Kenzie. And what's your name?
Colorado.
Colorado. Hang out right here, Colorado. Kenzie over here. You guys are statuary, so you don't move around. Okay? For this game, we've got 2 princes trying to woo the princess. They're going to need a little help with their poetic statements, right? So you're going to fill in the blanks, kind of like a Mad Lib. So hit it, Garrett.
You are as beautiful as magic. Which I play every Saturday.
Let's try one out with Chris.
eyes are like.
Glistening pool of urine.
Glistening pool of urine. I can't wait to get it out of my system.
Let's see if we get laid. Let's not get started around.
Princess Andromeda, your skin shines like acid that burns to my soul.
Princess Andromeda, your calf muscles are like
Quivering quails.
quivering quails. I can hear the song now.
The Aurora Borealis has nothing on you. You are as beautiful as a whale cresting above the waves of my dream.
Princess Andromeda, your tapered shoulders are just as hard as.
My dick.
Princess Andromeda. Yes. I would cross thousands of bottles to just find your soul. It's cluttered in there. I can't find your soul in the bottle.
Princess Andromeda, I'm gonna give up.
Chicken.
Chicken for you. I don't need meat. I just need.
Dick.
I just need dick. And I heard you have a whole lot.
Can I be with you? Yes.
I would cross thousands of galaxies to see
Feet.
your feet,
No.
which I would never let touch ground again.
Princess Andromeda, if you leave with me, I would
Tickle your belly hair.
tickle your belly hair like a magical force that
Princess, call me Daddy. I want to.
Princess Andromeda, why me?
Princess Larry.
Princess Larry, because gender roles do not matter to me.
I can't take it anymore. I choose you.
Our next game we call Winter Soldier. My Winter Soldier is Heidi.
Oh.
Hey! I mean Nathan and Jacob. Get out of here.
Sorry.
Bye.
Please out.
Soundproof move. They can't know the information you're about to impart on me. Heidi has been programmed with trigger words. To get started though, I need a place of business that will fit on the stage, like a Starbucks or a McDonald's. Ice cream shop. So we're at an ice cream shop. So I need some words that might come up in a conversation at an ice cream shop. So what's her first trigger?
Sprinkles.
Sprinkles. When she hears the word sprinkles, she's going to have a physical response, like flapping her arms. Okay? What's a good response for her?
Sneezing.
Sneezing.
Sneezing. Sneezing's going to interfere with her ability to sneeze. I need something that won't stop
Pick a
her.
wedgie.
What's that?
Pick a wedgie.
Pick a wedgie. Digging her cheese. Okay? Second trigger word. Second trigger word at an ice cream shop. Vanilla. Scoop. What's she gonna do? Another physical response. Obviously not with her wedgie hand.
Cluck like a chicken.
Melt.
Bark like a chicken.
Cluck like a chicken.
That's gonna interfere with her speaking again.
Flap your wing. Flap it again.
Incontrollable winking. Okay. One more trigger, and this one's an accent. So what's gonna trigger her to go into an accent?
Chocolate.
When she hears chocolate, she's gonna go into talk like a robot or
German.
German. So when she hears sprinkles, what are you gonna do?
Pick him a wedgie.
When you hear what was the other one? Chocolate.
Scoop,
Scoop.
that's it, sorry.
What are you gonna do when you hear scoop? Okay. And when you hear chocolate?
I will talk with the Russian accent.
Okay, it sounds great. That's in there somewhere. Okay, fellas, we're in an ice cream shop. Have fun. Can we just start a round of applause?
Although the chocolate really is my favorite.
You really like the chocolate? I think the chocolate is very delicious. It's my favorite.
I tell you, if you want to go somewhere for some good chocolate ice cream, this is a place to go.
What do you think, ma'am?
You know, I kind of like the butter pecan a little bit sometimes.
Okay.
Definitely the chocolate. Everybody in town's talking about it.
So you do a cup or a waffle cup?
Oh, you know, so you must go with the waffle cone. Because there's more ice cream with the waffle cone. Much more ice cream with the waffle cone.
Some people like the sugar, but no. This is the place for a good waffle cone. Yep.
I just can't decide. There's so many flavors.
Come on, man. They close in 10 minutes.
Why would anybody make 31 whole ice cream flavors?
Well, we got the flavors and we got the toppings too.
Oh, yeah. You've got to try some of their sprinkles.
I don't like sprinkles.
Yep. Sprinkles on the chocolate ice cream is my absolute
Ma'am,
Yes,
do you like sprinkles?
they're okay.
What about on the chocolate?
The sprinkles on the chocolate just a little bit.
So sprinkles on chocolate then.
What about the waffle
Yeah, the
cone?
sprinkles on the chocolate.
Do you get more in the waffle cone?
Well, I mean,
Can we talk some ounces? I want to know exactly how much more ice cream I can get in a waffle cone.
I'm sick of hearing about waffle cones and sprinkles and
Look,
chocolate.
I know how you are about choices. You and your sprinkles and your chocolate and your waffles. This is the place to go. I told you. Come on, Friday night, come out with me.
I said yes.
so have you guys decided on a flavor yet?
Okay. Chocolate on a waffle cone with sprinkles, please.
Okay, coming right up.
You won't regret it. Extra sprinkles.
Less sprinkles than that. Okay, sorry, more sprinkles than that.
I'm sure this is very sanitary.
And the chocolate is now making me feel uncomfortable.
No? No chocolate?
No chocolate, go ahead.
Okay, so go with the chocolate. It's delicious. And did you want the sprinkles or not the sprinkles? I could take them off. Sprinkles.
No sprinkles!
Yes. Give me more sprinkles. I think that's plenty. Next time we go to Wendy's. Yeah. Frosty.
It's just you can dip the fry in it and it's just
Yeah, it's much
delicious.
better. Yeah.
Fancy.
All right, Brad Governor, Check. There it is. All right, friends. Again, for friends coming in, welcome to White Whale. Also, real quick, just let you know what we have going on this weekend. We're very excited for tomorrow night. We have a group coming in from Atlanta. Well, actually, he's doing a solo show tomorrow night. In fact, Jason Piccolo is in the back now. His good friend Mark Kendall. He is doing this awesome show he's been touring with called The Magic Negro and Other Blackness. That is going up tomorrow at 8 o'clock. Hey, Jason, you're a big fan of Mark Kendall?
I love Mark Kendall.
Yes, he's coming tomorrow
He's the
night.
funniest person in the room.
That's right. Yeah.
Oh, he's not even here. He's not even here.
Well, fuck that guy.
Oh, fuck that guy then. Yeah. Sweet friends, but for tonight, right now, one of the smartest, funniest people in the world, Melanie Golding! The world!
That's a hefty intro. Hey. Come on, guys. Savannah! Where we have more dog bakeries than people bakeries. We're working on a 6-to-2 ratio here in Savannah. Congratulations, Wolfgang, on your continued success. It makes me happy. I love living in Savannah. It's amazing. Every day on MLK, I pass this store called Got Balloons. And it has bars over the windows. Which is one of the most Savannah things I can think of. I like to think that they were like, we gotta protect these balloons. Or alternatively, somebody's like, we gotta get these fucking balloons. Yes. Break in. I'm not sure if from Port Jim has seen much of my set before they invited me up here. I don't know if you can tell by my outfit, it's very blue. That concludes the cleanest portion of my set. Oh, good. You guys are excellent. You guys, I like you already. Are y'all drinking? Yes, of course you are. We're in an amazing establishment to do so. Do you have those friends that are like, you don't need to drink to have a good time. If you need to drink to have a good time, you're probably a really boring person. Do you have those friends? No, I do not have those friends. They are not my friends. I don't like those people. I don't like that way of thinking. That's like being like, oh, I don't need to ride any of the rides at the theme park to have a good time. I just like to walk around and watch everybody else ride. If you need to ride the rides at the theme park, you're probably a really boring person. I don't need to have an orgasm during sex to have a good time. I just sit in the corner fully clothed and watch my partner get off. It's super fun. If you have to have an orgasm during sex to have a good time, you're probably a really boring person. So boring. I don't know if you could tell by the way I look like something went horribly wrong with Miss Frizzle. But I do like to get cross-faded, which I am right now, which is the best thing to do right before you're getting on a microphone to impress people. So I brought notes, so forgive me if I check them. Fuck those people. Okay, I do like to smoke weed. Do you guys like to smoke weed? That's a lot of energy for y'all. That's good. I do like to smoke weed. I like to get high and think little high thoughts to myself. I'll be like, I bet BDSM cows are really into leather. That's a leather joke. You have to know what leather's made out of too. I wonder why millennials aren't having babies. Probably because we're killing all the polar bears. It's not really so much a joke as it is social commentary. The world is dying, you guys. Everyone knows that jet fuel doesn't melt Cobain. It's a super involved one. You have to be well versed in 90s grunge drama and conspiracy theories to understand that. Are you guys, everybody's feeling good? Yeah. Not feeling so good. I got that bug that's going around. The period. You've ever seen my act, you know I've been on my period for about 6 years. It's a lot. I hate it. Some weed helps. Have you ever bought tampons at the gas station, sir? Have you ever bought tampons at the gas station? You have? You're just so chivalrous. You've been on your period for 6 years too? It's a lot. I honestly don't understand how they keep selling them there. There's nothing super about them. They're so huge. No one's vagina is that big. You might as well wrap an ace bandage around a baseball bat and call it a day. He knows. It's just so much. It's great. At least I can't get pregnant, right? Yeah, no one's having sex with this slaughterhouse. It's a regular Saw movie. I see you trying to hold in your laughter, man. Please don't restrain. Just like... Let it out. Let it flow, or whatever. Gas station tampons. I don't understand how Carefree is still in business. I'm not putting anything that frivolous in my vagina. Sorry, that's a joke. Anything goes in there. Barbie legs, crayons, how fucked up was your childhood? Just kidding. There's a 3-drink minimum. Bless her heart. Bless her little pussy heart. So I'm single. That's not a joke. We got a lot of single people in the house. That's what loneliness sounds like. Just a bunch of people cheering for themselves. It's fun. Woo, single! We get to use condoms! No, nobody cheers for condoms? You should. They really save our lives. You guys, thank you, Joanna. Cheering for condoms. She has 2 kids. She knows. Yeah, you better cheer for condom or your bits and pieces to fall off or whatever happens. Use them. I'm on Tinder. You guys on Tinder? No, none of us here. No one. What's Tinder? I'm on Tinder. I'm swiping every day. It's great. Guys have the best pickup lines all the time. I had this one guy who was like, "Wanna fuck?" I was like, "Does that work?" He was like, "I don't know, did it?" I was like, "Yeah, pussy's in the car on the way over. She can wait." I had one guy who was like, "You look like a lady who knows how to toss a salad." I was like, "Yeah, but that's your opener? Is it the fanny pack?" So I keep my extra assholes in there for tossing or whatever. There was a gentleman on there, and he just literally, like, 5 of his 6 pictures were just stacks of money. Just bills. And I was like, he knows what the people want. I gotta do that. So I was like, what do guys want? I don't know. And I put it on there. So I just put stacks of pussy on there. The whole collection. Thank you. I accidentally went on a date with a special needs man from Tinder. I wish that was a joke. He was definitely special needs. And he showed up at one of the bars that I work at. And he was definitely special needs. So the date went exactly like you would expect. Super hot sex. That's a joke in which I have sex with a special needs man. My favorite part about that joke is even people who know me don't know whether or not I'm joking. Is that too dirty for you guys? You want to clean it up?
No.
Yeah. Well, you tell me.
Filthy.
All right, I'll keep it going. It's cold season. It's getting cold outside for Georgia. Isn't it? I like it. Everybody's getting bundled up. This is nice. Lots of tights and like sweaters. It's cool. I like that. I like bundling up because it's way harder to rape. And I like the challenge. I like that in that joke you don't know where I'm the raper or the rapee. Spoiler alert, I'm the raper. Don't worry, I would never rape a woman. Don't worry, fellas, you can't get pregnant. Your body has ways of shutting that whole thing down. Don't worry about it. They're just taking it back. I bet you wish I was talking about my period now. You know a lot of couples in the house?
Yeah.
You sound happy. Where's the couple? Show me a couple. Oh, hi. Oh, I know you. Hi. How you doing? How long have you all been together?
Year and a half.
Oh, so cute. Oh, gosh. That's good. Are you looking for a top of the Eiffel Tower? Or?
Sorry.
Bottom of the pyramid? No?
Does he have a big dick?
That's the best response I've ever gotten, she said. It's okay, my pussy's always bigger than my stomach anyway. I don't want to take a doggy bag home. I'm so sorry. I'm glad you guys are enjoying this. I am dating. It's fun! Woo! Dating! Give it up for dating! A bunch of people shook their heads. That was the response I was looking for. Dating is awful. I hate it. I can't stand it. I do it all the time. I'm always looking. I don't. Do y'all support LGBT? Of course we do. You better. I do too. I can't see myself dating women. I've tried. Bitches be tripping. I see it myself. I'm just so contrary. You know. I see it all the time. All right. Like I'll eat something off the floor. You know. But I can't flush in a public restroom. Or like if you spray cologne in the room, I'll be like, oh my God, can you spray that anywhere else? You know, but if you fart, I just laugh. You know. And I won't swallow during a blowjob, but if my boyfriend makes me look it up off the floor, I'll do it. That's a joke, you guys. That's a joke. Gross! Ew! You know what comes out of there, sir? Can you shoot anything else? Miracle Whip, pickle juice, whatever the fuck is inside a Skittle. That would be delicious. I'm gonna taste the rainbow. I love how agreeable you are. He's like, yeah, I buy tampons at the gas station. Also wish I could shoot disgusting jizz out all the time. I'm just saying, I don't understand what science is doing. It's like we can put ears on mice, but we don't have tasty jizz. There's a 15-year-old here just looking at the floor so hard. Cover your eyes, Neely. Bless her heart. Bless her real pussy heart. Did you know you have a wet spot on your pants? I'm sorry, I just can't stop staring at it. I'm not making, no judgments. Have you seen me? I am a freak. I've always been a freak. I've known that for a long time. It's hard. I am, do we have any kinky people in the house?
Yeah.
Woo! Just this corner right here? Just Wesley? I can tell by your tank top. It's a hard world just navigating what people like in the world of kink and everything. It's hard figuring out what people are into, what they're not into. I've always known that I've been a freak. When I was in kindergarten, I got in a lot of trouble for twisting a little boy's dick to make him tell me that he liked me. He wasn't into it. Also wish that was a joke. I actually have gotten some work as a professional dom. Hold your applause. Turns out what constitutes a professional dom is getting hired at bachelor parties to spank fully clothed people and go, you're so bad. You're so bad. You're all so bad. $200 or whatever. But I've always been, I've been a dom for a while. I do work with children. This is true. I've been trying to merge my acts. Would you guys like to see it?
Yeah!
You'll regret that. Old MacDaddy had a farm, E-I-E-I-O. And on that farm he had some cake. I don't know what sound cake made. With a cut here and a cut there. You're a cuck, you stay over there. Old MacDaddy had a farm.
Jump, there you are, Billy Goldie! We're going to do a one-song break, so you guys need some booze. Jason's right up here, go get drinks. Bathroom goes straight back there. A one-song break, we got some more comedy coming back for you. Hit it, Danny! Yeah!
60!
start because we got some comedy coming up.
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah. Put your hands in for some stand up here. Gerard!
I feel like that music made this sound like it's going to be way more inspirational. Oh, he's about to say something really meaningful. Nope. All right, so y'all having a good night? You should be, because honestly, other than the bartender, none of you are at your jobs right now, and that's the reason to celebrate. I'll be honest with you, I have hated just about every job I have ever worked. I started to do that thing where, I don't know if anybody else does this. Have you ever like just taken two completely unrelated jobs and tried to combine them into your dream job? I do that all the time. I came with my dream job the other day, all right? It's called Porn Star Magician. Okay, let me set the scene for y'all, okay? I walk into a room. There's a girl on the bed. She's waiting for me. She's like, hey, you about to give me that dick? I'm like, are you ready for this dick? And she's like, yes, I am ready for it. And I'm like, are you absolutely sure you're ready for all this dick? And she's like, yes, I'm ready for all that dick. And then the next 15 minutes of the porno is just me pulling out this endless dick, right? It's just this never-ending shaft. Like every time you think I'm gonna get to the tip, it's just more shaft. It gets to the point where it's starting to wrap around me on the ground, right? It's like, it starts to cover me from head to toe, right? The director, he starts to panic. He's like, holy shit. Can he even breathe under that giant dick constrictor? We gotta go help him. He gets the entire cast and crew to come unravel this giant dick constrictor. They get all the way to the bottom and I'm no longer there, okay? I'm just they're just like, oh my God, this is the most amazing porn star magician we have ever seen in our life. Jeff, tell me you got that on camera. They all turn to look at Jeff, the camera guy. He's not there. I'm behind the camera guy. Damn thing. Everybody's impressed. Everybody except the girl I was supposed to film the scene with. She's just sitting there looking at me like, I mean, I guess that was kind of cool, but you didn't even give me an orgasm. I'm like, I didn't, because I could have sworn I brought one with me. Like, oh, where did I put it? Like, I think I see something behind your ear here. She's like, there's nothing behind my, oh shit. Hit him with the old pulling an orgasm from behind the ear. Speaking of porn, I realized that I treat my computers way better than I treat my body. I feel like I had to explain that. I've had unprotected sex a couple of times in my life, but I won't even think about watching internet porn without antivirus software installed on my computer. Like, I'll risk all the diseases for my penis. But not my HP. Like, I could be sitting in front of like my laptop, just monitor full of lust, and my laptop's just like, hey Gerard, I know we don't have any antivirus software, but you can watch all the internet porn right now. And I'll be like, no. It wouldn't be right, Toshiba. We don't have the proper protection. And then I turn around to the Asian prostitute sitting on the bed behind me. She's like, hey Gerard, you ready to have a bunch of dirty, unprotected sex? And I'm like, of course I am, Toshiba. My favorite thing about that joke is just the right amount of racist. You know, just put just enough of it in there. I wish my white friends would stop treating me like I'm crazy because I'm afraid of wild animals. Because y'all try to explain it. Y'all try to say stuff like, "Oh, it's okay, Gerard. It's more afraid of you than you are of it." Man, that doesn't make me any more comfortable. Like I don't know about you. Like I'm pretty fucking scared right now, and when I'm scared, I start thinking defensive maneuvers. You know, I'm like, I don't know, 2 to the body, 1 to the head. You've been training for this all your life, kid. Like I don't know. Like that lets me know that snake is real on edge right now. You know, like if I died today, they'd be talking about it tomorrow. They'd be like, "Oh, did you hear Gerard died?" I'm like, "How?" He crossed the path with a snake and startled it. Oh man, yeah. So the snake shot him 41 times because he couldn't They're just as afraid of you as you are of them does not help me feel more comfortable when there are so many police officers that are just as afraid of me as I am of them. And if I went camping and like I got mauled by a bear, I feel like there would be no justice, okay? Because I feel like they'd have like whoever's involved, who's ever responsible for investigating that type of thing, they'll have a press conference like, yeah, we are investigating the mauling of Gerard Smith, and our investigation shows that Gerard Smith actually had an extensive criminal history, and they found traces of weed in his knapsack. So that bear just did what comes naturally. No need to further investigate. Grizzly's gonna grizzly. Let's deal with the important cases like the Caucasian woman on the other side of the woods who claims that there's a family of squirrels barbecuing and is making her uncomfortable. I was gonna keep this race train going, you know? I'm tired of whitewashing the movies, okay? I hate the whitewashing the movies. I hate the fact that like there's y'all remember that Noah's Ark movie that came out a while ago?
Yeah.
Those characters were a little too white. That's all I'm gonna say. They were too white. Like I'm not saying like they were like I'm not saying they should have been black. I'm just saying like look, in the Bible it said that the Israelites wandered in the desert for 40 years. Wandered in the desert for 40 years. Like there is no part in the Bible where it's just like, and the Israelites cried up to the Lord and said, "Lord, the sun beateth down on us, and our skin peeleth like that of a snake." And the Lord showed mercy on them and raineth down from the heavens SPF 50. I'm just saying, I just want those characters to be just a little bit darker. You know, they didn't have to be black. You know, they could have gotten anybody other than Russell Crowe to play Noah. Like, they could have gotten a Mexican guy to play Noah, and I would have been happy. You know, in fact, entire cast and crew all Mexicans. That way, not only would you have had a movie of darker skinned people, you could have saved so much money on CGI because they would have built you an entire ark, all right? And they would have done it faster and cheaper than any American art building company, right? I don't know about you, but anytime I need an art built, I always go Mexican. You may have seen a commercial for my favorite art building company. It's the one that goes, "Hey, do you need an art built real fast and real cheap? Then come on down to Jose's Art Builders. We'll build that art for you real cheap. Make sure you keep all that extra cash in your pocket. That way, next time God decides to make it rain for 40 days and 40 nights, you can too." dance off beat. Look, there are a total of 5 of us in here, and one thing that all 5 of us black people have in common is that each and every one of us at one point when we were at the house by ourselves have tried to dance off beat, okay? When we thought nobody was watching, we were just like, yeah, I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna see if I can do it, you know? And you're probably looking at me like, why would I try to learn? Because I feel like that's the key to black people finally rising up and overcoming. You know? we gotta learn to do what the white people can. Like, there's so much power in that. Look, have you ever looked into the face of a white woman when she's dancing? Okay, it's pure bliss, all right? It's just, they are living at a level of freedom that I will never know. They're not worried about anything. They're not worried about bills. They're not worried about oppression. They're not worried about where the downbeat is. They are just dancing, okay? I want that level of freedom. The other day, I was at the house by myself. I started teaching myself to dance off beat, all right? I started getting the hang of it, and I felt a change deep inside. I started getting filled with confidence. And I'm not talking about that regular confidence. I'm talking that white confidence, you know? I'm talking that confidence that, like, causes you to step out in the street without looking both ways and being like, it's okay, we have the right of way, you know? That's a whole different type of confidence, you know? Right of way, okay? I feel like black people, we're not born with that. I just assume that the right away is something that white people buy from the white people store, you know, like. By the way, I should explain. I assume that there's a white people store where white people buy white people stuff. You know? Like, but y'all don't pay for it with like money. Y'all just use like white points that you get from doing white people stuff, like getting sunburned. You know, like that's. Man, this is a really race-based set. Like, you know. I just want y'all to know I'm not mad at any of y'all, man. You're all cool in my book. But I will say, I am a fan of the fact that a lot of white people are still uncomfortable with what they call black people. That it makes me happy for some reason. Like I don't ever want y'all to be too comfortable. You know, I always want that to be that little bit of like, you know, when white people talking about the black person at work, they're like, hey, you know, Ron, the black guy, you know, like, I want to always be like that. You know? I feel like the only way we can keep it that way is we gotta change what term is acceptable like every few years. Like we just gotta get together and vote on it. Like, I already know where my vote's going for the next one. I look forward to the day where it's like 10 years from now and somebody be coming up to me and they're just like, hey Gerard, so as a black man, I'm like, whoa. We prefer to be called Decepticons. Thing is, I already know I'm gonna take that too far. Cause like there's gonna come a time when like Transformers 15 is coming out in theaters. And I'll be standing outside the theater protesting. Hey, don't go to see Transformers. All Transformers ever does is depict negative stereotypes of Decepticons. Every Transformer movie I've ever been to, the Decepticons were the bad guys. Why? Megatron ain't asked to come to this planet. Megatron just wants to rebuild his home planet of Cybertron and take all his Cybertronian brothers and sisters back to the motherland. Oh, that's right, don't listen to old Uncle Optimus, leader of the House Bats, talking about we gotta save the human race. Nah, fuck him, alright? Old Uncle Optimus with his Autobots transform and sell out. It's like the Honorable Unicron Muhammad used to say. Every ticket you buy to a Transformers movie, you buy a front row ticket to racism. That's right. You've been had. You've been took. You've been hoodwinked. bamboozled, led astray, run amok. Decepticons didn't land on planet Earth. Planet Earth landed on us. Assalamu all Spartan. Thank y'all. Y'all my Transformers. Don't worry, it's okay for me to call y'all that because I said transform us with the name, not transform us. Alright, I'm just in there, y'all. Thank y'all have a great night.
What's up, friends? So some dear friends of ours, local Savannah, super awesome, best in the world, Savannah Stage Company.
Thank you so much for having us here from Hip Hop and the Comedy Festival. My name is Jamie Tunti. I am the artistic director and co-founder of Savannah Stage Company. We are a small, professional, non-profit theater company here in town. Yeah! We are going into our 7th season, and what we'll be bringing you tonight is our season announcement. So we do 3 main stage shows, and we're going to be giving you a chunk of each one of those. This season, we, as we always do, we go back to our values as a company, the things that keep us going, making us who we are, and our season is built around one of our values, and that is bravery. So for 2019, we are bringing you our season of bravery. We are doing that in 2 ways. One is by doing all musicals. Something we've never done before. Musicals are just a whole extra bag of tricks. There's so many additional things that go into it, and it just felt like the bravest thing that we can do. Each one of the stories also have an act of bravery. So we are going to give you little snack-sized segments of our season. You can hope you find us on Facebook and Instagram and all that good stuff. But yeah, for the first show of the season, we are going to start. This will be available for tour. We go to schools, libraries, nursing homes. We also do a free performance in Forsyth Park at the end of March. We will be doing Billy Goat's Gruff, a musical, an adaptation of the story written by Ben Mackerel and Glenn Edwards.
find you are, kid. I can find you anywhere.
You too high. Please?
Once upon a time. Once upon a time. Once upon a time. Once upon a
Time out! Bruh, go with Buddy Be Too Hard.
Once upon a time. Once upon a time. Once upon a time. Once upon a time. Once upon a
Time out! Crap, go with Buddy Be Too Hard.
Billy, if you want those puny little nubs of yours to grow in strong, you're gonna have to toughen up. Try it again. Now you gotta hunker down
Yeah, hunker down good.
and dig into the earth.
Dig it, now dig it real good.
Now let out 3 good bleeds.
I can't.
1,
Matt.
2,
2. Matt.
3.
Matt.
Now charge.
Billy! Buncombe! You are right. Yeah, I think so. Can we do it again? That was cool.
Thank you, everybody. My name is Lexi. I'm the Director of Education here at Savannah Stage Company. If any of you have children, which how in the world would you have at this point in your life? You're all so young. But if you do, we have an amazing improv camp. And if you like to do improv and like to see improv, you have friends who have kids or you know some kids. We do a spring break summer camp improv camp and a summer improv camp. So we're very, very proud of that. That's a big part of our outreach as an education program, is teaching kids how to one day say some really inappropriate things. I'd love to introduce our next show of the season. This will be our summer musical. It is Violet, a musical with music by Janine Tesori and libretto by Brian Crawley, based on the short story The Ugliest Pilgrim by Doris Betts.
You got your royal flush, your straight flush, your 4 of a kind, the whole house of flush and a straight, and the 3 of a kind, 2 pair, 1 pair, and no pair at all. But high cards never won a pot that I can recall. Now first she said the ante, say a penny, then before the deal's begun, we both ante on our pennies. Not too many, just the one. Let's see what your cards are. All you've got's a pair of queens and nothing more. Once you bet, you get to draw some. That's what lots of queens are for.
A penny.
That's a pair of queens.
A nickel.
There's the bet I saw. I'll see you now, fate intervenes. Some say things happen by design, by demand, decree, or law. I say most things fall in line by the luck of the draw. Some say things happen by design, by demand, decree, or law. I say most things fall in line by the luck of the draw. By the luck of the draw.
Don't you leave me.
Rockport Improv, and this is so fun. Great. The third show of our season before I announce, we've also got another special announcement that we're going to make. This year, to follow along with our bravery, we are going to do something very extraordinary. Every Thursday performance of our shows this season, you will have the opportunity as an audience member to come in to our show, and instead of purchasing a ticket, get your program going and see the show, you will automatically just be handed a program, you will walk in, have a seat, and you will watch the play. Afterwards, you will leave and have the opportunity to pay what you will. Whatever you thought the performance was worth is what you will then pay. We think this is very brave. You can give $1. You could give $100. So follow along with bravery. We will have, in introducing this year, pay what you will on every Thursday performance. Please encourage you to let everyone know, especially your poor friends if they're like me. Very much appreciate it. Anyways, for the third and final show of our season, I would like to introduce, let's see if I can get this right. It's the book by Linda Wolverton, lyrics by Tom Ashman. No, not Tom. Anyways, we're going to be doing Beauty and the Beast.
There goes the baker with his tray, like always, the same old bread and rolls to sell. Every morning just the same, since the morning that we came to this poor provincial town.
Good morning, pal.
There she goes, that girl is so peculiar. I wonder if she's feeling well. With a dreamy far-off look, and her nose stuck in a book, what a puzzle to the rest of us is Belle.
Oh, isn't this amazing? It's my favorite part because you'll see here's where she meets Prince Charming, but you won't discover that it's him till chapter 3.
But there she goes, that girl is strange, but special. A most peculiar and LaSalle. It's a pity and a sin, she doesn't quite fit in. Though she really is a funny girl, that beauty was a funny girl. She really is a funny girl. That
There's something sweet and almost kind, but he was mean and he was coarse and unrefined, and now he leered, so I'm sure. I wonder why I didn't see it there before.
Glanced this way, I thought I saw, but when we touched, she didn't shudder at my paw. No, it can't be, I'll just ignore. But then she's never looked at me this way before. No, it can't be, I'll just ignore. But then she's never looked at me that way before.
Just a little change. Slow to say the least, both a little scared, neither one prepared. Beauty and the Beast. Tale as old as time, true as old as song. Bittersweet and strange, finding you can change, learning you were wrong. Certain as the sun, rising in the east, tale as old as time, song as old as rhyme, Beauty and the Beast. Tale as old as time, song as old as rhyme, Beauty and the Beast.
And now, we invite you to relax. Let us pull up a chair as the dining room proudly presents your dinner. We are guests. We are guests. Put our service to the test. Tie your napkin around your neck, Sherry, and we'll provide the rest. Soup du jour, hot d'oeuvre, while we openly serve. Try the curry stuff, it's delicious. Don't believe me, ask the Your command is our request. It's been years since we've had anybody here. And we're obsessed with your meal, with your ease. Yes, indeed, we aim to please. While the candlelight's still glowing, let us help you. We'll keep going. Course by course, one by one, till you shout, enough, I'm done. Then we'll sing you off to sleep as you digest. Tonight you'll probably need another seat. Oh, be our guest, be our guest, be our guest, please be our guest. Awesome. I can't wait to see all of the shows. Guys, we had such a fun night again. Thank you, Jason and White Whale.
And the dropping of the dishes. Good job. That was you. All right. Sweet. All right, Kurt.
Thank you for coming out to a free show. Thanks a lot. Thanks for coming to a free show and supporting the arts and comedy in Savannah, supporting local theater. Thank you so much. It means a ton to us.
business.
Local business. We have people flying in from all over the country to come and do some really fun shows. So please support Friday and Saturday night. Tell your friends. And it was a pleasure to have you here tonight. Anything else?
Sweet. You're not closing up, are you?